welcome back to Fan Fatales, a member of the Real Fans Network. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gabby, and before we start this episode, we just wanted to congratulate Andy, who works with us at Real Fans, on his brand new baby girl.
Yes, welcome to the Real Fans family, Harlan. And Gabby, get this, she was born on 2/22/2022.
Yeah, that is like an amazing birthday.
Yes.
So, congrats again to Andy and Catherine.
Yes,
but
congratulations.
We're really happy for you guys. But in this episode, we're going to be visiting a galaxy far, far away. We are going to talk about Star Wars, and it's been so long.
So long. I was trying to remember the last time we talked about it.
Too long.
I can't even remember. Too long.
Way too long.
Let's get back to this galaxy far, far away and discuss some what-if scenarios based on Marvel's show What If, as well as our thoughts on some more Reddit theories.
Yeah, so let's get this party started.
Yes. So our first what-if scenario is, what if Anakin never turned to the dark side?
I don't know. I feel like
he would have left the temple.
Yeah, I feel like he would have done like an Ahsoka thing where like he wasn't a Jedi, but he wasn't a Sith either. Like he was just kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
And then he and Padme would like go live together. Yeah.
With Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
And have Obi-Wan and Rex and Ahsoka be their uncles and aunts.
Yeah.
Because you know that Ahsoka is Leia's godmother.
Oh, for sure.
And Obi-Wan is Luke's godfather.
Yeah.
And then Rex is just the crazy uncle that tells war stories with their dad. About their dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And about, like you know, like the moment in season 7 where he's hiding their private Zoom call with each other? Padme and Anakin's.
Okay, yes, yeah.
Him telling stories like that to Luke and Leia.
Being like, they snuck around and they were so freaking obvious, but everybody just ignored it because it kept him in check. Like, things like that.
Yeah. Being like,
but I think
yeah.
If you think about it, though, like, the entire Star Wars series would not exist if Anakin never turned to the dark side.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if Anakin never turned to the dark side, Padme never died, Luke and Leia would have grown up with their mom and dad.
With their parents.
With their parents, and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka and Rex, and then the whole empire would have never been started. Well, I mean, it would have started, but, like, it wouldn't have continued.
No. Because we would have Padme, Bail, and Mon Mothma and Anakin taking down the Empire.
Yeah, like, they would probably all murder Palpatine.
Well, yeah, there's a deleted scene where, and it's, like, right after the, so this is what,
How Liberty Dies with Thunderous Applause?
This is How Liberty Dies with Thunderous Applause, that whole thing. It's with, like, Mon Mothma and Bail Organa and Padme, and it's talking about forming a rebellion. Mm-hmm. Padme is the first one to suggest forming a rebellion against the Empire.
Mm-hmm. So, I feel like it would be, like, run by Padme and Anakin.
By Padme and Anakin and Bail.
Yeah. And little baby Luke and Leia would grow up with all that. But then, like, okay.
Do you think that Luke and Leia would have gone to the Jedi Temple?
No.
No?
No, I don't think that Padme or Anakin would take them there.
Okay.
I think they would say no because they want them to have their freedom.
Yeah.
And then I also think that it means that Leia and Han never get together.
No. Han and Chewie never meet because they meet because of the Empire. Mm-hmm. Oh,
all of Rogue One doesn't happen.
Yeah, so Jen gets to live her happy life with her parents.
Yeah. Rey gets to grow up with her parents.
Or Rey's just not born at all because her grandfather is Palpatine.
Yeah. Well, she might be born.
Well, we don't know when her parents were born.
That's true. I mean, if they just, like, nuke him before he even starts the Empire, she's not even born.
Yeah.
Which means, but, like, also Han Solo would never be born.
You
Or
mean
not Han
Kylo
Solo,
Ren?
I mean, Kylo Ren.
Ben Solo.
Ben Solo, yeah, he would not be
Yeah.
born.
Finn would have grown up with his family and not as a stormtrooper.
Yeah. Poe would never have become a pilot.
No. Like, so many people's lives are changed just by Anakin
Yeah.
or Anakin turning to the dark side.
Mm-hmm. Rose would have gotten to, like, be with her sister.
But they would have been in the, like, slave trade. Well, no, because one of Padme's, like, I don't want to say failures, but one of the, like, one of the Padme books, her, one of the things that she tried to accomplish but never did was stopping slavery.
The slave trade, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, had she not died, she absolutely would have stopped it.
Well, yeah, she tries to save Anakin's mom pre-Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Like, she sends Sabe to Tatooine to find Anakin's mom and get her out of slave trade. This is pre them marrying each other in secret, even though everyone had freaking Jedi
even though
Temple
literally
knew.
everybody freaking knew. Yeah.
In quote-unquote secret.
Yeah.
We don't get the weird Luke and Leia kiss.
Thank God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
R2, they would just, like, grow up around R2, abusing R2.
Oh, R2.
Do you think Yoda would have still died? Probably. He was old.
Yeah, he was like 900, right?
Yeah. I think he, like, lived his entire natural life.
I think so too. But we also don't know that species that well.
That's true. I mean, who knows? He could have lived to be 12 million years old, and we just never would have known.
We just need as much Mandalorian and Grogu content as we can.
Yeah. Maybe,
Right,
who knows?
Grogu?
Maybe the stress of training Luke is what killed Yoda. He's like, you know what?
Yeah.
This boy is so dumb.
I mean, just, yeah.
And then it's that whole, oh my gosh, the entirety of the battle on Mustafar would never have happened.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We would never get the "you were my brother" and the none of that.
Yeah, a lot changes.
A lot.
Wow.
I think that'd be really interesting to see, like,
All the younglings. We would get to see what would have happened with all the younglings that Anakin slaughters.
oh my gosh. That's terrible, but yeah. Order 66?
Order 66 doesn't happen, which means we still have all of the Jedi to fight the Empire.
Mm-hmm. This should be a book.
Also, Crosshair never turns on his brothers.
I don't know anything about Bad Batch,
Oh.
but sure.
True. But yeah.
Does that mean that in this universe, Alex would have never created that evil Lula thing?
Yes.
Thank God.
I know.
That scares me so much.
Because we probably wouldn't have had Omega meeting the Bad Batch. Because they only go back to, Camino. That's the clone planet.
Mm-hmm.
They only go back there after Order 66 to try to figure out what's going on with everyone.
Ooh.
Which means that they wouldn't have met Omega.
Omega, yeah. Interesting. A lot of stuff never would have happened.
Wow, that's wild.
Mm-hmm. At George Lucas, write a book.
At Dave Filoni.
At Dave Filoni, write a book or make a movie, like a short film, like a 45-minute.
If Dave Filoni made it, we would still have Order 66 somehow because he loves putting that into every single property he has.
I know.
Can we do a whole episode about Dave Filoni and his Order 66 obsession?
Let's just do a whole episode on Dave Filoni as just like a person.
Yeah.
Just be like, everything Dave Filoni. Here's all the times he broke our hearts. Here's all the times he had his weird obsession for Order 66. Here's like Dave Filoni being a weirdo.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of suspicious that he also wears a cowboy hat when one of his only characters, or the only character that wears a cowboy hat is Cad Bane. Every single picture you see of Dave Filoni, he's wearing a cowboy hat. Is Cad Bane Dave Filoni's write-in character?
Yes. He says, Cad Bane, that's me.
Character?
Yes, that's his self-placed fanfiction character.
So shall we move on to this next one?
Sure.
So this one requires some Clone Wars context, which is, what if Ahsoka never left the Jedi Order? So at the end of Season 5, Ahsoka...
Season 6.
Or, Season 5.
It's in Season 6.
It's in Season 5.
It's Season 6!
It's Season 5 because Season 6 is the trash season when Disney bought Star Wars and...
That's Season 7!
No. There's only 7 seasons of Clone Wars.
It's Season 7.
Okay, I am going to fight you.
I guarantee you, Season 6 is when she leaves. Guarantee you.
No.
Now I'm not so sure. That took like 2 seconds where I'm like, wait. Maybe not. She's gonna school me, you guys. I'm just waiting for the screen share to load.
The Wrong Jedi is the 20th and final episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars television series' 5th season.
Fine. I guess you're right.
Which episode did Ahsoka lead the Order? The Wrong Jedi.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right.
So at the end of Season 5, Ahsoka is put on trial for wrongfully bombing the Jedi, part of the Jedi Temple. Mm-hmm. And once her innocence is proven, she decides to leave the Jedi Order, leaving Anakin and what she grew up knowing behind. So what if that didn't happen? She would have been there on Mandalore.
Mm-hmm. I think she would have been there when Anakin turned.
Oh, yeah. Like, she would have been there...
Throughout the whole thing. Throughout all of...
Yeah.
The Empire Strikes Back. She would be there.
Empire?
I mean,
Revenge of the Sith?
Revenge of the Sith, yeah. It's late. I have been drinking alcohol. I'm like, bleh. But, yeah.
Okay.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. She would be there during the Mustafar fight. Not Mandalore. Yep. I meant Mustafar.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said Mandalore earlier. And she would have been, like, it would be her and Obi-Wan doing the, like, you were my brother speech.
Mm-hmm. They would both be fighting him.
Yeah.
Do you think he wouldn't have turned if she had stayed?
I don't know. Because we do throughout Clone Wars, whenever Ahsoka is harmed, see him have a little bit of dark side tendencies.
But do you think that, like, her staying, do you think that would have had anything? I don't know. It might have changed his mind.
Yeah, because he probably would have confided in her and been like, hey, I've been having these dreams about Padme because you know about our relationship. It's very obvious you know about our relationship because everyone knows about our relationship. Even Yoda knows about their relationship.
I know. Mace Windu, Yoda, all of them.
All of them.
They just know.
And her, like, kind of talk him out of, like, following Palpatine stuff.
Probably. She'd probably say, hey, if Padme's against this guy, like, maybe you should listen to your wife.
Yeah.
I feel like she'd be the voice of reason that he so desperately needs.
Yes. Because he gets, like, Yoda speaking, like, Yoda Jedi gibberish.
Sure.
And then Padme being like, let's not trust this guy. And he's like, no, we should trust this guy.
Yeah.
And then her being in the middle of both.
Yeah. And, like, Obi-Wan even is like, maybe this is a bad idea, Anakin. I think, like, her also being like, maybe this is a bad idea.
Wait. The Mortis arc, she is, like, literally the embodiment of the light side.
Yeah. They are, like, literally, like, the daughter and the son.
What if the Mustafar fight was just them two, and it was literal embodiment
the daughter
of
versus
the light
the son?
and the daughter? Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That was the idea that started to form while you said that. That's when my face went.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So this next what if is, what if Luke lived on Alderaan and Leia lived on Tatooine?
I feel like the only big thing that changes is Obi-Wan states, like, I forget in what book or whatever, that he wanted to train Leia and not Luke.
Oh,
because
he said,
was
sorry, Luke, you suck.
No, he was like, she was stronger in the Force, kind of stuff like that. Like, she could go down the same path as her father if she's not properly trained.
So maybe she would, like, he would be her, like maybe she would be his pseudo Padawan or whatever. Yeah, mentor. Yeah. Let's go with that one.
So, like, we would get that. Because I don't know how I see Luke handling the politics.
I don't think he would. I think he would just be like a Tony Stark, playboy, billionaire philanthropist type guy.
Yeah, Luke Chanel Boots Skywalker would be.
Yeah,
Tony Stark.
Luke Chanel Boots Skywalker. Yes, exactly that. I feel like he and Han Solo would become best friends.
Oh my god. Can you imagine two Han Solos running around?
I mean, Han Solo and Lando.
Yes, but that would be Han Solo, Luke, and Lando.
Yeah,
Luke would become Lando.
No. He would be Han Solo 2.0. He's like, okay, right? Think about it. He's like, but I was going to go to Tashi Station and get the power converters, right? He's like a little whiny boy. So I think he'd be a spoiled little rich boy. Him and his little Chanel boots. I
Bail Organa would let him be a spoiled little rich boy.
I don't know. He might.
True. We don't know his parenting skills. Well,
no. We don't know Bail Organa's parenting. Yeah, but Leia has her own personality too, right?
True.
Leia is very headstrong just on her own. We can't chalk that up necessarily to Bail and his wife.
Yeah. Brea.
Yeah, Brea.
I love Brea.
So, like, I just, I think he would be just like this little spoiled Han Solo diva boy.
Yeah.
And I also would love to see that.
I would too. Not gonna lie, when I came up with this one, I was planning on doing a Leia on Tatooine kind of series when I do end up cosplaying her. So that's kind of where the idea for this question came up.
Which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
I think so too. Of course it was my idea. Do you think Leia would have still been as, like, feisty toward Han Solo in the beginning?
No, because like, I think she would have grown up around people like that.
True.
Like, if you grow up on Tatooine, right, think about it. Think about the environment of Tatooine. She would have to be, like, dealing with, like, the Hutts and like with all of the like slave
Mos
traders and all the
Eisley and
people
all
who
that.
worked there. Yeah. Like, I think if we think about it, like, that's, like, people talking to her the way Han Solo talks to her, she'd be so used to it that she just, like, would go on autopilot.
Yeah.
I also think that Luke would never have become a Jedi, and then he never would have saved Grogu. He never would have come to get Grogu. Also, if Luke were never to be...
Grogu's been out.
Huh?
Second time Grogu's been out.
Mm-hmm. Also, if Luke never became a Jedi, then he can't be to blame for Ben's, like, life.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you
And
think
then, who
Leia
knows,
would have
maybe-
trained Luke like Luke trained her?
Yeah, but he wouldn't have wanted to.
Yeah.
I think he would be a little whiny baby boy about it.
Yeah. He's already a little
Until
whiny
he-
baby boy. When
When Yoda trains him, yeah.
Did we talk about how Leia has just lost her entire planet and he's crying over losing just Ben?
Yeah. He's like, ah, and she's like, come on, let's go.
No, and then like he's like crying on the Falcon and she's like wrapping him in a blanket and she's just like lost her adopted parents plus
Yeah. Yeah, she's lost all of her people. She's lost her parents. The only parents she's ever known.
yeah.
Right? Like, I think that's totally messed up.
Yeah.
So, therefore, I think Leia would have been the one to come get Grogu.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also,
And
I
she
think
wouldn't
Leia would
been
have
the
found
politician.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I
Who
think
says
she
that
and
she
Ahsoka would
hasn't
have become
met him?
friends.
Because Bail Organa is the reason Ahsoka joins the rebellion. So theoretically, there's a universe where baby Leia met Padme and just didn't realize that it was her like real dad's apprentice.
You mean met Ahsoka?
Yeah.
You said met Padme, babe.
No, oh.
It's okay. You're tired too.
Our last little what if scenario is what if Padme survived Revenge of the Sith, aka she didn't die on childbirth. Or whatever. However she died.
Not childbirth. You mean she wasn't murdered by getting her life force sucked out of her by Palpatine?
We'll talk about the theory in a little bit.
This is... Okay, fine. This like makes me so angry. Anyway, okay. If Padme survived Revenge of the Sith, I think she would take the twins, go into hiding, probably on Tatooine with Obi-Wan Kenobi. They would go, live, play house for about 20 years.
Or so.
But not necessarily house. Like, he would be like Uncle Ben. But still.
Yeah. He'd still be like
and
Uncle
then they would probably do that whole thing, the same thing, where they say that, like, their dad died.
Yeah. That annoys me about A New Hope, where, oh yeah, your dad was killed by Darth Vader.
Which, I mean, is technically true.
Technically true, but...
I mean, I feel like that's, like, a crucial detail that, like, Obi-Wan could have explained.
Yeah. Because he never explains it. Vader's the one who explains it.
Yep. So, I definitely think that, like, that was kind of a, like, F you, Obi-Wan. That was kind of rude.
Yeah, it really was.
Like, you could have just told the kid.
Do you think she would have helped Bail Organa and Mon Mothma with the rebellion in any way?
Oh, yeah. She would be, like, head of the rebellion. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
But I don't think she would be the face of it. I think she would let them be. She would be the brains behind it because she wouldn't want to get her face out there in fear that Anakin would find them.
Yeah.
So I feel like she would be kind of in the background, but like she would be running it.
Yeah. I feel like another part is she would have brought her parents and her sister and niece with them to Tatooine. Because they're still alive come the original trilogy. Her family. Luke and Leia have a cousin that they've never met.
Huh. Well, do they even have to go to Tatooine? Hold on.
They don't have to go to Tatooine.
What if they just, like, lived on Alderaan?
True. And, like, whenever, like, the Emperor's around, if he ever does come around, Padme plays pretend handmaiden to Breya.
Yeah.
Because she's played pretend handmaiden before.
Yeah.
As her own handmaiden.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like that would be very reasonable. Like, fake her death, go live on Alderaan with Bail and Breya, and then, Or, if she's a little bit worried about being on Alderaan because Bail is such, like, a vocal part of the rebellion, she could go to, I guess Tatooine, or...
Doesn't even have to be one of the named planets. It could be literally, like,
just literally anywhere. Yeah.
That graveyard, or that junkyard of a planet.
Or what if she just went back to Naboo? Who would even know?
Yeah, because
I feel like
Amidala isn't her given name.
Yeah, she can change her name back. Yeah. And who's gonna know?
And go live back with her parents.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, after her death, her fake death, like, happens, I think it would be wise of her to, like, lay low for a little while and not go back. Maybe give it, like, 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And then I think she could easily just go back and live with her parents.
Yeah.
Or go back to Naboo and go back to her house on Naboo or something. Like, get a house on Naboo.
Though, is Naboo really the wisest planet to hide back on? Because that is where the Emperor is from. That is his home world.
I mean, what are the odds that they're going to run into each other on an entire planet? Like, she doesn't have to go to, like, the capital of Naboo. What if it's, like, a different city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think her family does live in the countryside.
Yeah. What about the lake house? Go live at the lake house. That's in the middle of freaking nowhere. And it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine, like, baby Luke and Leia running through that field?
I need that. Can someone draw that for us?
I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
But, if it's not,
does Padme try to find Ahsoka?
I think Ahsoka tries to find Padme.
Wait, here's the thing. Again, Bail Organa is the one who brings Ahsoka into the rebellion.
Yeah.
Which means
then
Padme and
they link back up.
Leia get to meet Ahsoka.
Yeah. And then Leia gets to grow up with Auntie Ahsoka. And the same thing, Obi-Wan Kenobi goes with them.
Yeah.
Hear me out. In this, like, alternate timeline, does Satine live?
I don't know.
Because then if she lives, think of that.
Yeah.
Then
a lot changes if Satine lives.
Yeah.
Because Obi-Wan leaves.
Yeah.
Which probably means that Anakin leaves, like, shortly after Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm. Which means if they both leave, then does Anakin turn?
Anakin never turns to the dark side.
Anakin would never turn. Yeah. So therefore, Padme wouldn't have died. Therefore, this is a lot.
Yeah. We did
Literally
this with what? What other fandom did we do this with? We did it with Harry Potter? No.
I think so, yeah, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Yeah. And I think it all goes back to, if anything were different, all of the stuff in the story wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Which is kind of what If tells us, too. The, like, Marvel show.
Yeah. It's like, everything is the way it is for a reason.
Yeah.
Which, I like the idea that Satine doesn't die, because then Obi-Wan leaves, and then Anakin leaves, and then we can finally be at peace with our quirky
yes,
theories.
Because fucking Corky Kenobi would have been confirmed.
Absolutely. And they would have lots of tiny little Corkies running around. Yep.
Also, all of the handmaidens would be great, like, aunts to Luke and Leia.
Oh, of course. You know that. Yep.
Especially one of them becomes a foster mom. After they finish up as queen, or handmaidens to the queen, one of them becomes a foster mom for twins. And Padme has this whole moment of being like, twins? I can never imagine having twins.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. So, I guess we just need Dave Filoni to rewrite all of Star Wars minus Order 66. That's the only stipulation. No Order 66 at Dave Filoni.
Speaking about some of these Star Wars books, shall we hear from today's sponsor?
So today's sponsor, as it has been for a while, is Audible.
Yes.
They are our favorite. We love Audible.
Oh yeah, we love Audible. And the book I wanted to highlight that is on Audible today is called Journey to Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and it is Star Wars Leia, Princess of Alderaan, and it tells a story of 16-year-old Princess Leia Organa being formally named heir of Alderaan and finding out about her father's involvement with the rebellion in the first place, and her getting involved and starting up, her being this rebellion leader. And it is by Claudia Gray, and it's narrated by Saskia Marlevold. I'm so sorry to this person. But I love all of the Star Wars audiobooks. I will talk about them all day long. They sound like you're listening to the movies. Like, they do, like, audio stuff, like, when a droid is, like, talking to, like, Leia, it sounds like R2-D2.
That's
or
really
whatever
cool.
kind of droid. And then, like, you hear blaster shots and all that stuff, and it, like, feels like you're watching the movie, even though you're just listening to the audiobook.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I love my Star Wars audiobooks. So thank you, Audible.
Yes, we do love Audible. And if you sign up now using our link in the description down below, that's audibletrial.com/fanfatales, you can get a 30-day free trial of Audible, after which it would be $14.95 a month. You also get 1 credit, and if you're a Prime member, you get 2 credits. Gotta love Amazon Prime and its perks. And it's good for any premium selection titles you'd like, and you'd be able to keep those even after your 30 days are over. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want, no credits needed. My favorite part, the best part about Audible with this whole free trial is that they send you an email reminder before your trial ends. It's great. So if you're like, you know what, I liked this, but I don't think I have the money to keep paying for this right now, no problem. You can pause your subscription and pick it back up when you're ready. So if that wasn't enough for you, then I don't know. I don't know what will be, because those are all such great things. Plus, you can go get more Star Wars content. Who doesn't want more Star Wars content?
I love
There's
Star
never
Wars
enough.
content. No, there's never enough. And
Never
Claudia
enough.
Gray is my favorite Star Wars author of them.
She's great.
She does the Padme books, the Leia books, and the Ahsoka books. So
Yeah.
all of our women.
Yeah, the best. So, yeah.
And the Jyn Erso book.
So, yeah. Once again, that link is audibletrial.com/fanfatales, and you can find it down below in the description of this episode. Thanks, Audible.
Yes. Thanks, Audible. So, shall we get on to some of these Star Wars theories?
Yeah, and I have very strong feelings about this first one.
Yes, so this first one is literally just titled Padme's Death on the subreddit r/Star Wars, and it was posted by user Heart of Solace. So, Anakin tells Palpatine about the story of him getting revenge for his mother. It's reasonable to assume he also told him about the fact that he was having visions of her dying in the future. From this, Palpatine could extrapolate that Anakin has the power to see people who are close to him dying. There's a scene where he says, "Soon I will have a new apprentice," he being Palpatine, and directly after this scene, we see Anakin having his first nightmare. And Palpatine could have started killing Padme through the Force after Anakin defeated Dooku, proving himself as worthy to be his apprentice, knowing that Anakin would be able to see her eventual death and use this to manipulate him. This is supported by the fact that Palpatine knows Anakin is seeing Padme's death in the future. There's no other way he could possibly know this information unless he has the ability to read minds, which has never been established, or the Reddit user supposes that they could have spy cameras at Padme's place and seen their conversation, but why would he set that up? Just hoping one day he could find something he could use against them? It makes no sense. Or
I mean, he
could have
could.
implanted. He could, but yeah. Or he could have implemented the visions, which again makes no sense and has never been established. Fast forward to the end of Revenge of the Sith. Palpatine has taken Vader back to the lab to be healed. However, Padme is still alive. I saw a PA name, and went Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Yeah.
Palpatine.
Padme is still alive. That can't be allowed because Vader would never be loyal to Palpatine. So Palpatine accelerates his draining of her life force until she dies. And Palpatine, with all of his brilliant plans, would not allow a loose end like Padme to exist.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's like, yep, those are my thoughts. Yep.
Yeah. I agree.
I agree.
I could not see her dying because of childbirth or whatever other stupid reasons that,
they say it's a broken heart, which I also think is BS.
Yeah, I do too.
Definitely not.
Yeah, that pisses me off.
Me too.
I'm sorry, but Padme fucking Amidala, who leads the Phantom Menace attack on, or leads the rescue mission on Naboo after pretending to be a servant the entire time and just outs herself.
Yep.
You're telling me that she died because of a broken heart?
Yeah, no.
Miss Rebellion leader pre her daughter and Jyn Erso and Mon Mothma?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Youngest senator of her time?
Mm-hmm.
No, she didn't die because of a broken heart. She died because Palpatine killed her.
She was killed. Yeah, absolutely. And anybody who disagrees is wrong.
Yes.
At least, unless it's a valid reason. But if it's oh, she died from a broken heart, she died from childbirth. No, she did not. The technology is so advanced. She's not even feeling it. They literally just born.
Yeah.
What? No. Absolutely not.
I agree.
At this point in time, it is impossible for me to believe that women die from giving childbirth in that kind of scenario. If it's in their home by themselves. Okay, maybe. But, like,
But Senator Padme Amidala.
Yeah, in a hospital.
Again,
yeah,
as a senator, she has access to the best health care.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, anyway, you already pretty much touched on all my thoughts about this. It feels so stupid when people say, oh, she just died. It's like, no.
Yeah. So,
anyway.
When creating, or figuring out some theories to do, I tried to do one from the prequel, one from the sequel. And then I really couldn't find any for the original, so I did a Clone Wars / like, Rebel / everything that has to do with, everything that has to do with the Darksaber. But this next one is the sequels, and it is the origins of the Knights of Ren. And this is from the subreddit Star Wars Theories, and it was posted by user Proficient with a Z at the end. So it says, now the original poster has absolutely no evidence of this, and aside from coincidences, which might not even be coincidences, just similar circumstances, keep in mind that they can't say for certain how many Padawans / apprentices that Luke had. And their thoughts that brought them to this theory pretty much consist of 1. How unlikely it would be for Kylo to kill other Force sensitives when he struggles to defeat Finn and Rey.
Right? Right? that was like my first thing. I was like, hold on.
Yes. They personally find it much more likely that Snoke ordered Kylo to bring the other Padawans / apprentices to him so that he could turn them to the dark side, and since they don't believe Kylo could have overpowered all of them, they are convinced that they believe that he convinced them to accompany him willingly under the premise that they would be doing something tasked to them by Luke himself.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like...
That makes a lot more sense. Mind games. His strength is playing games with people's heads, not physical strength.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's another whiny baby boy. He is definitely his uncle's nephew.
Yeah. I mean, he spent how much time with Luke compared to his parents?
Yeah. Like, Okay, anyway, continue.
Yeah. So 2. Now, they're not entirely sure why this came to mind, but something about the scene in which Han described the destruction of Luke's rebuilt Jedi Order reminded them of when Obi-Wan told Luke that his father was dead, killed by Darth Vader from original trilogy. Because he's like, oh yeah, like Kylo Ren killed all of the other students. But
again, like I said,
again with the Anakin or the Obi-Wan being like, Anakin killed Darth Vader. Or Anakin was killed by Darth Vader.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, in, like, his flashbacks, we see, like, bits and pieces of it. But then it's also, like, okay. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I just don't think it's plausible. I think there was somebody else. I don't think he did it by himself.
Yes. And then the third one is the idea that Disney would walk the exact same path as the prequels, with a lone Jedi falling to the dark side at the hand of a powerful dark force user, let alone being Palpatine again. Technically, Snoke.
Okay. It bothers me so much that the whole ending of the whole ending, all of it is just thrown to the wayside, and they said, just kidding, it's me again. Like,
and then that lone Jedi almost single-handedly causing the annihilation of the Jedi Order sounds completely asinine, especially because Anakin had help with the clone force.
Yeah.
Like, not
and he's
just,
by himself with his little knights, like no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that this theory was made before Last Jedi, and when I looked it up again recently, it was like before 2019, which is when the last one came out.
Last Jedi came out, yeah.
No, Rise of Skywalker came out in like 2019.
You know what I mean.
But yeah. In the Last Jedi trailer, they say, when Luke's hand pierces the rubble and is seen seconds later kneeling next to R2-D2 in front of the burning building, his Jedi temple, in question marks. Again, this was made before Last Jedi.
But if you watched it, then you know it is.
Yeah. They can't help but to feel like he isn't mourning the deaths of his Padawans, but the failure to adequately prepare his Padawans against the lure of the dark side.
Exactly. They're not dead.
Yeah.
They are just naive. They're kids.
Yeah.
They're kids.
They are. I mean, he's one of Luke's students.
Here's the question, though. It was Grogu before Kylo or after Kylo? I say before, but
before, because
I think
he's 5 years after Revenge of the Sith, or not Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi.
I think Grogu is Luke's first student besides Leia.
Yeah.
Even though in all of the other stuff they're like, oh, Kylo was Luke's first student. No.
Yeah.
It's Grogu.
Yeah.
Maybe they just had to keep it under wraps because Grogu is a wanted war criminal. Like Chopper.
I have Chopper now.
I know, I saw it. It's very
He's
cute.
Like right around the corner.
It's very cute.
Anyway,
I got us off track. Continue.
It's no problem. And then the last little point that they have is, why would Snoke designate someone as unskilled in combat as fucking Kylo Ren? As the master of the Knights of Ren.
I feel like I need to title this episode Gaby and Emma crap on Kylo Ren for about an hour.
Yeah.
Because okay, I understand like the people who simp for Kylo Ren, because let's be honest, he you know, I get it. I see it. That's like a thing that people are into. I get it. As far as like being a strong Sith,
yeah.
As far as being like the most prepared, you know, being the smartest barrel out of the bunch, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that saying was either. I've never used that saying in my entire life. The smartest barrel out of the bunch. I don't even know. But
the smartest bunch out of the barrel.
No, I did not. No way did I say that.
I think you did, but maybe not. I don't know.
I don't remember saying that, but okay. I might have. I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway.
Anyway.
That's besides the point. I just like...
Can I finish this paragraph real quick? And then you can get to your point.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Especially considering if the Knights of Ren had existed prior to Kylo joining the First Order, they all would have been previously trained by Snoke and would have been far more skilled in combat and dark side force power usage. One could argue that Snoke did it so because of Kylo's sheer raw strength in the Force, but they find it unlikely for several reasons. An example would be Obi-Wan's defeat of Anakin on Mustafar.
Yeah. Also, that would make a lot more sense as to why he just kind of lets them do all of his bidding and he just kind of stands in the background like a little wussy boy.
Yeah. He only defeats them once, and it is the Rise of Skywalker battle he has with them. Using Leia's saber. Leia's?
Yeah.
Either Leia's or Luke's.
No. I think it's Leia's, yeah.
Okay.
No, because Rey has Luke's.
Oh, yeah. His mama's
Anakin's.
Anakin's. That became Luke's. That became
Rey's. But
that
then Luke also had his own... But, like, Luke also had his own lightsaber, too.
Yeah, because Maz Kanata, she gave Rey the blue saber. Like,
Yeah.
Anakin's saber.
Yeah, but then, like, Luke also had his own saber, and then
Yeah.
Leia got a saber somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway. But then they became sand. Yes, you're right. Then they got buried forever.
Yeah.
So, I guess this whole theory is basically Kylo Ren can't do ish on his own.
Yeah.
And he's just as useless as Alderaan Luke would have been.
Or as Anakin Skywalker is.
That too!
I don't know why I'm doing, like, Italian hands right here.
Italian hands. Well, okay, honestly, I honestly think that Anakin was 10 times stronger than Kylo Ren was.
Why did you grab the microphone like you were giving a speech?
Because I'm slouching in my chair and I didn't want to move. I didn't want Mike to pick up the room, and it's sitting on my Kara, you can keep that in. That was pretty good. It was pretty good. No, I just needed to move it. It wasn't close enough, so I needed to move it closer.
Okay. Shall we get to the last theory?
Yeah.
So this last theory is entitled Darksaber's Crystal, and it is from the subreddit r/Star Wars, and it was posted by user Bipolar Shooter. And the user thinks that the Darksaber's Crystal is not a traditional kyber crystal that Jedi or Sith would use in their lightsabers. And their theory is that it is similar in structure to a crate dragon pearl, but formed inside of a massive and powerful mythosaur.
Ooh.
So, like, the mythosaur is, like, the Mandalorian, like, creature thing that you see on, like, Boba Fett's, like, shoulder thing. And that, Mando has, like, the necklace for that he gives to Grogu.
Uh-huh.
That's what the mythosaur is. I really like this one because of that.
That's really cool.
So, after it ate an ancient Mandalorian warrior, a small piece of Beskar was slowly beginning to digest over a few hundred to thousand of years, eventually forming into a pearl of condensed weathered Beskar. And it could be a very good explanation as to why the Darksaber is so treasured in Mandalorian culture and why it has its unique properties. The first Mandalorian Jedi could have killed a mythosaur and kept this extremely rare, small, blackened Beskar
Pixar.
pearl. Yeah.
A Pixar pearl.
Beskar pearl as a trophy of his victory over such a powerful beast. And he uses the pearl to construct the Darksaber, forever immortalizing his great triumph and further empowering the might and the legacy of the Mandalorians. I really like this. Yes.
I like that too. But question, if somebody were to take that pearl out of the Darksaber and replace it with like a regular old kyber crystal, would you just get like a sword that's red? Like you would still get the flat blade shape, or would it be the round blade? I think it would be the flat blade, because if you look at the hilt is square.
Yeah. I think it would be the flat blade.
Yeah.
Because his is the only one that's like the like
flat
square hilt. Yeah.
Yeah. All the other ones are round.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Interesting. Red
Can you
Darksaber.
imagine the Darksaber like blue or green or like a Jedi color? Purple.
That'd be cool.
I think
a red Darksaber.
Well, that's dark side. I think if he had, or the first Mandalorian Jedi, if they had the Kyber crystal, like an actual one, and not what this theory is saying, it would be purple, because purple was like the balance between the dark side and the light side of the Force.
Yeah. Very interesting. I think that's a really good theory.
I do too. I want to learn more about Darksaber lore, because we always get more of it in every show it's talked about. Like Clone Wars Darksaber knowledge to Clone Wars Darksaber knowledge to Rebels Darksaber knowledge to now Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett Darksaber knowledge is just like build and build.
And wait till we get Kenobi.
Yeah, because you know Dave Filoni's going to put Order 66 in the Darksaber.
You know he is.
Um,
Watch him start it with Order 66.
I will cry.
Watch him be like, first scene, Jedi dead.
I will cry.
I bet you he will. Because isn't the whole series supposed to be following Obi-Wan?
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 or 6 years after Revenge of the Sith.
So, okay, hear me out. Open it up.
Hold on.
Order 66 because it's Dave Filoni. Obi-Wan escapes.
No,
runs away to Tatooine.
I think we're going to get flashback scenes to Order 66.
Throughout it. But I think it would start that way. I think he's going to just like rip our hearts out at the beginning. Set us up for failure. He's going to say, this is what you're getting yourselves into. Here you go.
Oh, it's 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, not 5. I was fact checking. Wait, that means we could get 10-year-old Luke.
Aww. Watch it be the same. I was just thinking, what if he looks like the kid that Anakin ended up killing? Like the one who's like, Master Skywalker, what's going on? That kid.
Yeah.
Oh, she found something.
I didn't know they were bringing a certain character into the Obi-Wan show.
Ahsoka?
No.
Who?
Rebels character.
Oh, is it Hera?
No.
Really? Who?
One of the Inquisitors that they fought. Like the first Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor. The Grand Jedi Killer. That's what the Inquisitors were Jedi killers in the show.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of who it was.
It was the one that was voiced by Lucius was it Voldemort or Lucius Malfoy? Hold on. Sorry, Kara. This is important to me. It was Lucius Malfoy.
Okay.
He was the, like, white one that, like, we get... You've seen all of Rebels, right? No?
Not even close.
Okay, he's, like, white, and we later find out that he was a temple guard.
Okay.
Like a Jedi temple guard.
Also, really quick.
Yeah?
Rebels has my least favorite Yoda.
Same.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
His face is an oval.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I think it goes Rebels to Rise or like sequel trilogy.
No, actually I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I think it goes Rebels and then it goes the original puppet they were going to use in the prequels before they decided to do the CGI.
That puppet's
That thing is horrifying. Then the CGI. Then original trilogy puppet.
Okay.
I like the original trilogy puppet the best.
Same.
Oh, we forgot. Oh, wait, no! Original trilogy puppet, and then Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Clone Wars one is so good.
Yeah.
It's so cute. I love him. He's so cute. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like we've like talked about everything we needed to talk about.
I do too. So shall we talk about some of this fandom news that's happened in the past like 5 days?
Yeah. Woohoo, short episode.
Woo! We've had some long ones recently, like 2-hour ones.
Really long ones.
Especially the Narnia one.
Oh gosh. Anyway, let's get into this fandom news.
Yeah.
Okay, so Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, The Defenders, The Punisher, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and all of the new parental control features are set to hit Disney Plus on March 16th.
Speaking of Marvel, Oscar nominee Ariana DeBose is joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe and is to star as Calypso in Marvel's Kraven the Hunter.
Disney custodial cast member Ray Banales has been honored with the Disney Heroes Award after he bravely rescued the driver of a vehicle that swerved out of control on the 5 freeway.
Yeah. We are already starting to get some Christmas news. With the announcement of, yeah.
Why?
Is March 6th, and we're starting to get some Christmas news. And it is with the announcement that Derek Klena and Gina Claire Mason will appear alongside the Rockettes in Hallmark's Christmas, a holiday spectacular, or Hallmark Channel's A Holiday Spectacular.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Disney Junior will welcome fans for a fun-filled day at Disney's California Adventure in Disneyland Resort, including the first ever Disney Junior Fun Fest, which will be on April 29th of 2022.
Yes. Development continues on Betty Boop musical. David Foster, Jerry Mitchell, Bob Martin, and Susan Birkenhead joins the creative team.
Oh. Christian Borle, Adriana Hicks, Jay Harrison Gee, and more are going to be leading the workshop of the Broadway-bound Some Like It Out, which was confirmed for a fall 2022 Broadway run after Wednesday, March 2nd's industry reading.
Yes. Refurbishment work on the new Grand Floridian DVC Resort Studios began on March 2nd, 2022 in Disney World.
Vanessa Williams, Julianne Hough, Rachel Dratch, and more will lead Selena Fillinger's comedy POTUS at the Shubert Theater this spring.
When the Shubert Organization Court Theater reopens this summer, it will have a new name, the James Earl Jones Theater.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
Lincoln Center Theater's Intimate Apparel will be recorded for PBS's Great Performances series. Performances on March 3rd and March 5th will be recorded for a future broadcast. The new opera is currently in its final week of a limited engagement run.
Kelly Rowland was announced as Disney Dreamers Academy Ambassador.
Face coverings optional for most indoor locations in Disney cruise ships starting March 11th.
As of March 4th, Warner Brothers and DC Comics announced that the Batman pulls in $21.6 million in box office in preview screenings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stephanie Beatriz, the voice of Mirabel from Encanto, received the Best Animated or VFX Performance at the Hollywood Critics Association Film Awards. Well deserved.
Yes. And our last little fandom news for this week is on March 3rd, traditional meet and greets with characters return to the Disneyland Paris park. Visitors will be allowed to approach their favorite Disney friends to pose with them. Which has been great to see those videos.
I literally saw a video today of a girl hugging Mickey Mouse and sobbing, and I felt that so hard.
Same. I need a Chewbacca hug, like, right about now.
Mine would be Eeyore.
I also want to see Belle.
Okay, hear me out. If we can do regular meet and greets, if people can go to the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel and be literally up in the face of cast members, why can't we have character dining back?
Thank you.
Why? I don't understand. Anyway.
Same. Well, anyway, shall we see them in the outro?
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the outro.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. We are a proud part of the Real Fans Network.
That's right, and there's a huge variety of shows to listen to, like Real Fans for Real Movies, Holy Batcast, Disorder, and Please Rewind, as well as many more.
Yes. Join us next week where we will be discussing some of Starkid's most famous musicals.
Remember to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts.
We are on Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Please leave us a review and comment down below to let us know what you thought of the show. Remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FanFatalesPod for the latest updates and to possibly be featured in a future episode. Now, Emma, where can the people find you on social media?
So my Instagram and TikTok are both at SnippyEmma, which is SNIPPYEMMA. What about you, Gabs?
I'm at Gaby Gent on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. That's GABYJENT.
Our music is by our amazing friend Maddie Macon.
And our editing is by the wonderful Carol Lensmeyer.
As always, thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye. The views expressed in this episode do not reflect the band or company they're about.